I think Warrington had a monocle. Or if not, he might do next time. Hello and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Dungeons and Dragons. I nearly went with Minecraft. Very close.
Damn it, you're losing. I told you, John, you're getting old.
What?
That's a sign of getting old.
He's getting old, guys. He's gone beyond. He's gone beyond.
What, D&D Beyond?
Who
Yes.
are you people? What's going on here? Where are we?
becoming an
I
old
was going to say, there was a lot of echo there for a second. I thought it was a...
What are we doing here?
He's an old geezer now, guys. We
We're
got a
playing
problem.
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee!
Yahtzee. Okay, let's get back on track, guys.
Hello and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Dungeons and Dragons. My name is John, and I am joined by Sean.
Yes, and Flood and Flap.
Who we all appreciate.
Yeah!
Of course.
Round of applause, round of applause.
Philippe,
Hello.
who we also all appreciate.
Yeah! Okay, two of us.
Tanny,
Wee woo.
who is
Yeah.
appreciated.
Shut up.
Yeah!
Don't appreciate me. I'm trash.
Okay, we don't appreciate you if you don't want to.
Ben,
You're
Again.
spicy.
who is appreciated.
And loved by me. And loved by me.
Aw. That wasn't-
Maddie,
That's gay. Hello.
who is appreciated.
Yeah.
And Scar,
Yep.
who is
We
also
all
appreciated.
Come on, John.
Silence of fear.
You had a perfect opportunity to say nothing there.
I thought this was what you were going for.
Well,
I mean-
that's
Hello.
the age-old question. Comedy or...
Comedy or
friendship?
seriousness?
I shall sacrifice myself for the purpose of good jokes.
Fair. I mean,
Okay,
to
next
share
time.
my appreciation of the Geek Worlds, you'll notice that I've actually got round to finally putting up the poster I got at MCM Comic Con.
Hey!
About
In
time.
the back of the shop, there it is. And there's also, there's another one there that Random Sean drew of Pirate Panda.
Yep.
And
That's not right.
this
Sorry,
one
no.
says Monk. I got some blue tack finally, and I've been able to put posters up, so I'm very
Hooray.
excited. The backdrop behind me is more interesting to look at.
Yay! No, that's wrong. I just said I'm trying to sort out another document at the same time.
When last we joined the Tomb of Annihilation group, things went very, very well for all parties involved.
Yeah.
You last started inside a gear with 5 wardrobes. And as you opened each of these wardrobes, mysterious monsters from far-flung dimensions appeared and you had to fight them. First, a number of horrifying undead fiend creatures poured forth from a horrifying days after the end. Then you opened a door and some Mesoloths approached. Then 3 Arakast from the far-flung reaches of space crawled through the cupboard and you laid siege to them.
Spiders. I hate spiders. Gosh darn.
Then a bone devil crawled out of the wardrobe and you were very prepared to handle him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's one way to put it.
As I did say, I think the Araka situation kind of made us a bit more careful after that.
And then you opened the final cupboard and stared into a graveyard. And a number of will-o-wisps appeared within the room and started attempting to shock you, but you very quickly took those out as well.
Yeah, we didn't have any monocles, we couldn't be shocked.
No. The portcullis that had blocked your path opened and you started to run round the corner. And in doing so, you had a deep and meaningful conversation with Riordan about maybe not
We were
running off so
counselling
much.
him. We were counselling him
There was
in our own way.
There was a special intervention.
To people.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the group just stayed away from this.
You then experimented with the corridor beyond and discovered the extent of the magical effects that were affecting it. And through various trials and tribulations, you worked out that organic matter could pass through it, but equipment would be disintegrated unless it was magical. And so, as a collective group,
Super sexy naked time.
you disrobed, and you snuck along the corridor, and you dispelled the effect. And some of you dressed very quickly.
Some of us are still enjoying the breeze.
God damn
As
it.
far as I understand it, Riordan is still
Nacky.
sans clothing.
Well, it was more important to hand over the stuff, which popped out those things.
Romad, you've redonned your armor, right?
I put on my armor and such, yeah.
I assume that basically everybody else has redressed themselves. So Riordan is just hanging loose right now.
It's not important.
Why?
Romad took the staff with the head of a ram on it and cast it into the next room, which drops down 200 feet into a swirling purple vortex. And upon hitting
Brightest idea, but
the swirling purple vortex, the staff was torn to pieces and no longer exists, but at the same time a rift formed in the clouds in the swirling purple vortex at the top of the room, some 200 feet above your heads, and a nontet of quadrones and a pentadrone floated into the room, declaring, "Wee woo, wee woo, intruder alert, intruder alert."
They were in the staff.
surprise. And again, rams.
So the quadrones are flapping their sort of little tiny, almost seemingly ineffectual wings behind them, and the pentadrone is sitting in a crystalline dodecahedron. And they are all saying, "Wee woo, wee woo,
Are you like, is that proper like monotone wee woo?
wee woo,
Wee woo.
wee woo, wee woo."
Why would you prefer the Sith?
Yeah, I kind of prefer the wee woos except compared to the Sith.
Yeah, the Sith would destroy us. But also, these little cube things that look like a fat cubed snitch.
How many of them are there?
There are
Mother-
9 quadrones.
Oh my god, the fucking noise it must make.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
That depends. Maybe they do it in chorus.
Can someone out of the YouTube or the Twitch, if you hear John say wee woo, try and make a mix out of it.
Yeah, just layer that 9 times up.
Wee woo, wee woo.
With an
So
echo
wee
effect, because
woo,
obviously
wee
we're
woo,
in a
wee woo.
fucking tune.
Not to mention, make it like it's like got a bit of a beat to it. I rolled better. I rolled better.
I rolled worse.
I rolled.
Raylan's
Don't
more
worry.
concerned about just feeling the breeze, apparently.
Don't worry, you didn't roll the worst, that's me.
Why am I at 10?
You up?
We
Yep,
don't
I
know
rolled
Dragon
fine.
Bait could roll. We don't
Oh,
know Dragon
sorry,
Bait
one
could
minute.
roll pretty questionable.
Wee woo.
I think I rolled one of the quadrones instead. What I rolled for the quadrone went on yours instead for reasons of I don't know why.
Reasons of state.
God damn it.
God
Too
damn
many
the state.
sausages.
Bless you.
Why you?
I am Buppy.
And then I
Question,
need
why
a
is
dragon
there-
bait.
Why is there a purple dots on Real Dan and Theoly? Do I remember something?
They have been inspired by Seraphine, and that has not yet worn off.
Good.
John,
Yes.
after we fought the things in the gear space, the wardrobe space, did we take a short rest?
Did.
You would have taken a short rest, you didn't take a long rest.
Okay, my flame arrows are gone then.
So the flame arrows will be gone. Spell slots won't be back again.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm aware of that. I have literally nothing.
Key points and bardic inspiration are back. I can make that happen, Tanny.
Thank you. And one of my little messages is wee woo, and it's just John popping up.
Just the way it's written, though, you want a ringtone of John's wee woo. Doesn't
Wee
quite
woo.
sound entirely right.
Honestly, Betty.
Honestly, Ben, shush. I think is the general consensus. Okay, so Philippe.
Oh, Benny.
Wee woo.
Next time we get to the advertisement.
This panel is sponsored by Wee woo. Don't steal my ideas.
No,
I'm not stealing your ideas. I'm feeding you ideas.
giving you ideas.
I just want this to be the introduction to the next D&D. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
It's like Chamberlain's.
Just do that for a while and then just realize that. Oh no, sorry. Let me just alter the microphone, go onto the wrong center.
I'm wait. I just want like when I get to meet Sean in real life at MCM, I want that to happen. My next ringtone.
Okay, Philippe.
Yep.
It is your go. You are on edge for things to happen as you always are.
Question: is this thing a platform of sorts?
That thing is about 100 feet below you.
Okay, that was the
So,
question.
no.
And kind of what it's suspected.
So,
But it is
and
a platform.
It is a platform if you want to drop 100 feet, which is 10d6 of damage.
I think instead I will.
This platform also
yes.
is 15 feet higher up.
Could I reach it with the jump?
One moment. I should have done this beforehand.
the bane of the DM.
Conveniently, I know that there is a jump distance calculator. What is your strength score?
Let me check that for a second. My strength score is 16.
And what is your character's height?
6 feet tall.
Then with a running start, your high jump is 6 feet off the ground.
And distance?
Well, even if he could reach the distance across, he can't go up high enough to catch it.
Oh yeah, because it's 15
It's 15 feet up.
Holy shit. Then what kind of strength would I need for that jump with my height?
You'd need a strength score of 34.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I remember it when I reached that strength. I remember I can drop it.
I mean, technically, because it is, you can jump up 6 feet, and then you've got 6 feet of height. You could, in theory, reach up and grab it with the edges of your fingers, but you would be dangling 100 feet over the gear, and then 100 feet over pure oblivion. So it's up to you if you want to go for that. It might not go well.
It's an option for you.
It might not go well if you don't
mean-
roll well.
Yeah, but also the question in this scenario is whether or not the action would be jumping, or would jumping be considered part of the movement, and then I could use the action to actually climb the.
The jump would be part of your movement.
So the action would be. Okay, well, for now, given the sheer danger below, I will stick to the javelin for now, and then after, see if I see an opportunity to actually reach the platform. I mean, if there were no enemies, or if I could reach it more easily, I might have tried it, but for now, I'll see about this later. Let's see, so I will start with my raging, okay, damage, and use my first jump. And then they got 25 AC.
That is a miss.
Yep. I have the extra attack.
Hmm.
Yep.
That one will hit.
Okay. So that would be the closest, this one.
Okay, so a javelin sinks into it, and it sends out some sparks.
Be with.
Wee woo!
Ow!
It sounded like it enjoyed it.
Maddie.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I've just realised I can't put that there. That needs to go. Let's see
I
there.
don't. Well, obviously I can't. I can't do a melee attack because the distance I am, I can't. So, spell time. Let's see what I can do.
I can't remember what new spell you have. Let me look.
I know
Oh,
what new spell
I
have,
remember not the
but-
new spell you have now. That was fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to use that one just yet.
Eh,
Might save it. I think I'll stick with. Actually, can Dissonant Whispers actually reach the guy from where I'm at? Let's find out. Oh yeah, I can. Alright. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the closest one.
Okay.
So let's just cast it at level 1, because really that's like, I want to save the higher ones for later.
Okay, so that is a wisdom saving throw that he fails.
Yes!
And he just disintegrates into a fine dust. And you just-
Seraphine knows what to say to robots to actually make them blow.
You just see the
Just a
short
pile
bow
of
just
rusted
tunk, tunk, tunk.
bolts.
Just don't say that to Orion while you're at it.
Rusty.
Romad.
Am I? Can you still hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Let's see, what can I make? I want to try to shatter.
Okay.
But I need to know if I can hit it to them guys. Let's see. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered won't make the throw creature takes. But I think I have to be there, or I can make it go there. I'm not entirely sure. It seems like it does say around me.
Shatter is erupts from a point of your choice within range.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to try and do.
So what is the point of your choice?
Here, if I can.
Okay, so that will hit all of them.
Okay. So I'm just going to cast this one. I'll do a level 5.
You have to, yes. So that is con saves for mere quadrones. Failure.
Ooh.
Success, which means 28 halved is 14.
14, I think.
Yeah.
You're not doing good, guys. But that one's doing good.
Ooh.
Oh wow! Imagine doing that. Oh.
They just descend down, and there is a loud boom.
I'm gonna. Can I actually move now?
You can move.
Well, I'm gonna move because I think some people want to come in. So, 5, 10,
They just
15.
disintegrate into dust.
20. All right, I'm just gonna go behind, roll down in front of Seraphine. Whoever wants to go in front, you're more than welcome now, guys. Oh
so
god,
what-
Sammy, really? We was rumors painted in red.
It isn't. They all disintegrate into dust.
Oh, yeah.
The room is now painted in dust.
Sorry, it's gonna come
And
out.
the
Well,
the short bows of all the ones that have died just like fall into the rift at the bottom and just wee woo.
So whatever that leads to at the bottom there, they're just like getting the star falls down now, a bunch of arrows.
Pelted with
What the fuck's happening up there?
Dragonbait looks around the corner, looks down at the lack of ground, and you just smell the smell of sadness
Oh.
because he has no ranged abilities.
Yellow darkness, no.
Welcome to my world, Dragon.
Is there a smell of sadness from the wee-woos as well?
Right.
Tammy,
She's gonna stay where she is.
Ranala.
Thorn Whip. Thorn Whip is a what? Ranged?
As a cantrip.
Melee.
I believe it is arranged.
It's a range that once you use it, it'll just drag them back.
It's melee. Spell attack melee. Although I have a range of 30 feet with it.
It is a range of 30 feet.
How high in the sky are they? Again?
They have descended down to be within about 30 feet of you by this point.
I should attempt to whip out the truth of them. Oh, there's a bigger one.
Wee woo.
Yep.
Wee woo.
Wee.
It is a starfish.
13.
Just glances off it, unfortunately.
Well, since it didn't work, it's time to retreat behind this wall.
Oh shit.
Oh hell no! I go back now.
Oh, hell no.
So the pentadrone, in its crystalline dodecahedron, will slowly float over in this general direction.
A new friend now.
It does look like a boss from Bayonetta.
sorry, I'm
You just
sorry.
look really close. You just see like really disappointed faces on each tentacle, and I'm just thinking of Brandon's dad saying "for time."
And a small opening just appears in one of the faces of the dodecahedron.
And then he says, "Identification, please." What?
And there is a burst of gas down the corridor, and
Of course there is.
Frackity frack.
and I'm going to need con saves from everybody in front of Seraphine.
Just missed it.
So Seraphine, you're okay.
So that's Renata, the first one.
Oh, wait, Constitution save.
And of course that's fearless.
Everyone has a +5 to it, but nothing's gonna
Roll,
help
please,
them.
go ahead.
Yeah, nothing's gonna save Theodas.
Oh, I need to
Can
do
I
a
use
dragon
the
bait
bow?
one.
Can I use the
Of
bardic
course
I roll
inspiration given to me?
17!
Dragonbait rolls a natural 20.
And he dies.
So he got 28.
By chance, can I use the inspiration? Please say I can use the inspiration.
You could do, or you could just take the +5.
Oh, I'll take the +5.
Because everybody except for Romad gets a +5.
Oh yeah,
You're
because of
not in my aura.
Turin. Oh yeah, I got +5 to that. Cool.
So Riordan, Renala,
Oh.
Philippe, Torin, and Dragonbait, you're all fine.
Hello.
Romad.
Romad and Theodas,
Hello.
this
Hello.
noxious green cloud just descends down the corridor, and you breathe it in, and you feel your muscles just lock up,
We're
and
paralyzed.
you are paralyzed.
Did we fall on the ground because we're paralyzed?
Nope, you're just can't move.
Hey.
Oh, Torin. Not in my honor. Not in my. Not my fault. You choose.
I just imagine Romad actually being in this position, being like, okay, I'm far from the front, so I should be fine, but I'm also close enough to attack. What will go wrong? Oh shit! Well, we don't know what you pick on leveling up, Seraphine.
I had so many choices. I didn't know what to pick.
I don't have anything. A question of paralysis. Can that get rid of paralysis? That can get rid of paralysis. So I have less restoration.
So Philippe,
Which at the rate things are going, maybe the only thing I can do on my turn.
this quadrone looks over at you. Wee woo, draws its short bow and just lets loose 4 arrows.
Oh my god, it actually has little bows. It has little bows.
So that's an 8, 20, 15, and 22 to hit.
I think only the 22 would hit.
So that is 4 points of damage if you are raging halved to 2.
Yep.
As you are just like pelted with machine gun fire of arrows. 3 of them just clink, clonk, clink
It's like,
off of various bits of armament.
version of the end of Hero.
Actually,
Yeah,
let's see how this goes.
Oh god, poor Seraphine. Damn, believe.
Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Still on me?
Oh wow, that last one is a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Wow.
So none of those hit, as just another barrage of arrows shatter around
I can
Philippe.
actually imagine Philippe being like, crossed arm in front of him to actually protect his face, and the rest actually just take it down and actually does not pierce his skin.
And then finally, do any of
Really
Uh,
hate
those...
him.
Another 4 arrows, and you just hold your halberd in front of your face, and they just ping, 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 pong. And then it is Torin Vasudasegiyesh's go.
Those smell like disappointment.
Well, there's not much I can really do. I got a few things I can throw at them spell-wise, but not particularly.
Yeah.
I mean, I could try and command one of them to come closer. But I think I'm probably best used to at least get rid of paralysis of at least one person. So it's Theodas and Romad that were paralyzed.
Theodas and Romad are
Yeah.
currently paralyzed.
Yeah, we done goofed. Well, I done goofed.
Well, strategically, the most obvious person would be Theodas.
Yeah, get Theodas, because
he's
a
actually
much more
got the
better
turn
than...
this round, so
Yeah.
already had yours. So,
Yes.
lesser restoration.
Theodas, Torin walks up to you, places his hand on your shoulder, and you just feel
Oh,
your
that's
muscles
my plan.
relax.
And then is there anything I can do as a bonus that might be helpful to some people?
Well, I don't know. Philippe took 2 points of damage this turn against 12 arrows.
I can't do anything about healing anyway.
Oh well.
I've got cure wounds. I don't get healing word.
Oh well, then never mind.
Is there anything else I got? I mean, I got Shield of Faith that I could throw on someone. That's a point. I just need to quickly have a look at something. Hold on a moment. Nah, I can only do that on myself. So I am going to. I think I'm just going to leave it there. I don't think there's anything I can really do as a bonus action that will really help anyone. So that'll do.
Okay, next up is Riordan.
Raiden's gonna move over here. Get a look through the doorway. He's gonna point towards the starfish and say, "You're mine. Mark him."
Shadows just shoot out around the starfish creature and just seem to restrain him. Pick an ability score, Riordan.
I'm going to say strength.
For the duration of your hex on him, he has disadvantage on strength saving throws.
Ha!
Nice. I don't think I can do anything else at the moment, can I?
Not at the moment, no.
No, in which case, that was me.
Get your ass in there, boy!
Theodas.
Theodas is beyond angry.
What's beyond angry? Is there a word for beyond angry?
Furious.
Furious?
Yeah, livid. Livid's a good word.
I don't know why I felt like doing this.
So, John,
Yes.
is it possible to use my 5th level spell?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Insect Plague from this point.
Okay, I should really look into what that does.
Insect plague. Oh, I love the sounds of it.
I hate bugs.
There is a
Ooh,
you hear a loud buzzing noise, and just this end of the corridor, just suddenly the shadows are revealed to actually be locust and swarming, biting, stinging insects just pour out of the shadows, and there are just so many more than you would expect there to be, and it just fills the entire room with biting, stinging insects that just land on the Modrons and start going to work.
We have a jump, guys.
Sammy, what is your spell save DC?
15.
Fail.
and fail.
Success.
Damn.
So the last one takes half damage.
And success. So could you roll me 4d10?
Yep.
Oh no, wait, it's done it there, isn't it? 21. We'll take
I
the
was
30.
about to say, I already have
Boop, boop, boop.
damage.
And I will take the higher number because that sounds like more fun than completely missing the fact that it had already rolled it. So the Modrons, the Quadrones just disintegrate under this swarm of insects. And the Pentadrone is quickly trying to fiddle with the controls of the dodecahedron, and you can just see the crystalline entrance that it opened just shutting. And actually, yeah. You can just see the bugs are just pouring over the surface of this crystal dodecahedron, and you can hear as it starts to break apart. Kaboom!
Yep.
Finish him.
Finish him. Fatality.
Finish it.
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking, should I finish him?
Looking inside, the question is, how high is it floating at the moment? Is it floating at our height? Or...
He is floating at your height. The crystal structure that it is encased within is giving him complete cover from attacks at the moment. But you could attempt to attack the crystal itself.
I have a question. Could I try to jump on it, or is it higher than 15 feet?
You could attempt to jump on it.
I must warn you, there's still insects on in. They might actually attack you as well.
Because
Also,
I want to see if I can use it as a platform to actually reach this part, if it actually gives me a foothold before.
All this is covered in insects.
And they will attack you.
The insects?
The insects will attack you.
Ah, shit. Why do you have to do this?
Because it's a very powerful spell.
It's up to you whether you care about that.
You know what? I'll try it. Let's see how it goes.
I just imagine Theodas being like, and now I got rid of the problem. What the fuck is he doing? Wait, what?
So, what should I roll for this? Is it an acrobatic?
Make me an acrobatics or athletics, whichever one is best.
Acrobatics is best.
Okay.
Yeah, this put a radar just looking
yeah,
like.
that is
And you
best.
have a problem with me?
Oh, shut up! I'll get it sorted with him as well.
You leap up onto the top of the crystalline structure and you just pounce across it and sprint, jump, leap, land on the other side.
Oh, so he's pulling a Taser situation, huh?
I didn't hear you speak. I spoke at the same time.
Philippe,
Yes.
can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yes. Constitution saving.
You take the full damage, which is 30 points of damage halved because it is piercing. So you take 15 points of damage from the insects that are just biting into your flesh.
Okay. Question: so is it just my movement, or the question is, can I attack?
You can attack it. You could have attacked it on the way past, yes.
On the way? Okay, I roll it for the moment I passed on it then.
So you could you would have attacked into it on the way past as you were running across its surface. Yep, that is 15. And then do you want to make another attack against it?
Yes, and this one with the javelin since it's after I landed.
That one just point off of the crystal structure and the javelin just falls and disappears into the vortex below.
Okay.
But you are now on the other side. Yeah.
Oh no.
Technically, it lasts for 10 minutes or until you stop it.
Yeah. I might stop it early, seeing that the fucking cat is.
Someone has now jumped into it.
Well,
Seraphine.
What am I gonna do?
Well, first of all, don't jump.
Don't jump
With
into the
this-
bugs.
Do
I'm
not
sorry,
follow his lead.
I'm sorry. With these legs, that ain't happening. I think. No, because the bugs are there now. I'm not gonna do my new spell. I'm gonna.
You're gonna kill Philip with the new spell.
I'm gonna do dissonant whispers again. On. Well, the only one I can currently see, which is this
dude.
one.
This mofo.
Yeah.
I get rid of this character sheet because they're dead now.
Alright, also need to keep track of freaking spell
Spells.
slots. Because that's important. Right. So I have actually, you know what, I'll do this one at level 3 because I still have 2 of those left, so
Okay.
let's give that a go.
So that's a wisdom save that he fails.
It's not ultimately wise.
Unfortunately, he can't be compelled to act in a manner against his nature or instruction, so he doesn't move away, but also he takes 21 points of damage and had 17 health left, so doesn't particularly matter. As he dies, his body just disintegrates, and the crystal dodecahedron shatters, and the shards of it just fall down into the vortex below.
Well then.
Okay. So what's the next plan then,
Quickly
please?
stops the spell ASAP.
The insects just go about their business.
And Renata will go and see Romad and
Save me.
Romad, your muscles relax.
Alright.
Honestly, that wasn't the best idea, throwing that stuff in there. I didn't. That. I should have been more careful. I apologize if
this-
anyone got hurt from it.
So those creatures were living in the staff the whole time.
I can't be sure of it. It's destroyed.
The curse wouldn't have a thing inside it.
Maybe it was summoned from. It seemed like it seemed to be in its own actual natural habitat.
I mean,
I can't be sure of it.
is there any like investigating this chain, gear and things?
Is anybody proficient with Arcana?
I am.
Yeah.
High
No.
five! High five all my Arcana babes.
High fives.
Anybody-
Oh shit. No, I did it Arcana anyway.
Anybody proficient with Arcana can make me an Arcana check.
I've already made an Arcana check.
That was poor on my part.
Okay,
Do best.
Seraphine and Theodas,
Yes.
you both know that planar vortices, such as at the top and bottom of this room, are incredibly destructive, and no one would be able... You wouldn't expect to be able to enter one and survive entering it. But you don't know anything else about this room.
Do I know something?
Romad,
Do I know?
you know that. You also know that the chain, there is a giant chain running through this
That the
room.
yellow. Is that the yellow thing here?
So that's basically a gear that is being held between the chain and being turned as the chain moves.
Oh, okay.
And there is the description is there is a chain. Two thick chains rattle in the gulf between the balconies. One is ascending 200 feet before disappearing into the cloudy vortex, lit by arcs of purple lightning. The other wraps around an enormous metal gear that is floating 100 feet below. And then another 100 feet below the gear, a second vortex rages with the chain just passing through the room, clanking and constantly moving.
Huh.
So this chain, Romad,
Okay.
is called a Mechanus chain.
Okay.
Such chains are crafted by modrons, which are the small creatures you just fought.
Okay, so I was right that it basically wasn't its natural habitat kind of thing. It was in the natural environment. It wasn't coming from the staff.
It wasn't the staff.
Okay.
Such chains are crafted by the modrons and are used in conjunction with other machinery to keep the plane of Mechanus in working order. You can also deduce that this particular Mechanus chain has been repurposed for use in the tomb. One of these chains will be enough to keep the tomb's traps and other mechanisms in working order for thousands of years.
So my question is, if I were to destroy this thing, would the trap stop, or it just collapses?
You know of no way to destroy a Mechanus chain.
Okay, so basically I've explained this to the team. There's no way we could destroy this if we wanted to. I have no idea how it would cause the effect afterwards.
Any
Then
ideas, Steve?
let's not mess with it.
We wouldn't,
None.
but it will cause a lot of traps to be dealt with.
Well, we've got no way of
Okay.
stopping it. We have no choice but to deal with the traps.
Yes. Fortunately, that's the way we have to go for. I don't think our mission is still the same.
Unless there's some form of mechanism which we can figure out to actually stop this.
No, this is magic. This is something that we
If
cannot
it's
stop.
from
It's
some
magic,
realm
but it's of a mechanism.
It's from another plane. It's
If we
something
stop
that
this,
we
if we
cannot
stop this, if it's from a plane that relies on these chains, if we stop one, it might destroy the entire plane.
Well, how about instead of trying to destroy it, we try and get it off of whatever it's controlling? So if it's going round a gear, if we get it off the gear, it no longer works the traps.
It'll be too dangerous. It would actually kill us instantly if we were to mess with something like this. And I'd rather not risk it. I think it's best if we can keep with the traps and just stay safe from that. It's best to know what we know. It's best to deal with what we know and not deal with what we do not know of.
What do you mean what we know? We know nothing of this place.
We only know about what the traps is and what we need to be careful of. This is something that's way out beyond our own knowledge. We will not know if we able to destroy this or not. It would literally cause another havoc of us. We don't know if it will cause us, it will kill us all, or the opposite. It's best that we leave it be for now. Until we get to the bottom of where this place is and what we need to know, then we are more assured that we can stop it then. If you understand where I'm coming here, Rion, then it's the best way we know.
Fine.
Until we find a way, then we can do this. I assure you.
I said fine. I promise to do things your way. I'll do it your way.
Theodas ties a rope to the end of one of his arrows.
Wonder if I got a spell that does something. Nah, nothing.
Philippe, can you make me a dexterity save?
Yes.
The arrow slightly off of course with the extra weight of the rope.
I'm not trying to shoot directly at Philip either as well.
You did your best.
The arrow,
The piercing damage you could probably easily take if he's still raging.
the arrow directly on course for Philippe due to the extra arrow, the weight of the rope on the arrow. Philippe just catches the arrow out of the air, takes hold of the rope.
And you genuinely say great shooting, because actually it made it quote unquote easy for him to catch it because it was so close to him.
No one knows if Theodas was trying to shoot Philippe out of frustration of Philippe or not.
Can we roll an insight?
Maybe.
Part
I'll
of me
roll
doesn't want to.
insight.
I don't want to roll an
16,
insight,
Buffina.
mainly just because like I feel like I'll crit on this one, and then that'll be a crit that I don't get later in the game that I might need. So then it's like, why risk it?
Torin, you can tell that he didn't mean to shoot at Philippe.
Just frustrated though.
He is annoyed, but
Roman's thinking like, dude,
Not
why
that
are you
annoyed.
shooting
He didn't mean to shoot Philip, but if it had hit him, he wouldn't have minded.
I mean, I would love Roma to actually be like, he tried to kill him, and he'll try to kill me next.
Oh my god!
Wait, why are
Oh
we
my
trying to
God.
rush across there anyway?
Turn this
Why
down
are
a
we all
little
trying
bit.
to get across that side of things? Because we don't know what's over there yet. If we all try and get over there, we might end up with another difficulty getting back.
Yeah, but if I get paralyzed on the way, then who will catch the rope to help you come that way?
And also, we do not know what's down that corridor as well.
Maybe not
There's a
everyone
second
has to
down
cross,
as well.
but at least a few.
Theodas
We
will
not-
point out, we also missed an entire floor, if you remember.
Yes.
We
This
did.
is true. Should we go back to it, maybe? I mean, it's
No,
probably easier
We've
if we...
gone far as it is. Unless there's something really important to do, then.
Well,
I
we
know,
could
but,
cross
like-
this corridor off our list.
Give it a
I just would hate for us to go all the way down and then have us miss something on the floor that we passed.
I mean, there is a chance we'll have to go back anyway. But
This is true.
since we're down this far, we might as well keep going down until we can go down no further.
Yes.
Fair enough. Let's keep this floor bookmarked then. Well, no, technically the floor above us bookmarked.
so
Can
what
I
are you
get,
doing?
Is it
What I would
possible I
su-
can get Tammy to go to Belief?
Yeah?
I was going to suggest getting someone who could potentially heal him. He could sneak in, try and take a quick gander inside. If something goes wrong, someone can help him back.
Is there? Do I have to roll anything if Tammy were to cross over to Belief?
No, Tammy can fly.
I'm only asking because it is a ball of electrical.
No, it's 200 feet down, 200 feet up. There's nothing in particular happening in the middle of the room.
That's fine.
So it's
Looking-
Tammy's perfectly safe to fly across, or could just walk across the rope like it's a tight rope.
Do I have any kind of animals who can go over a rope with ease?
Have you seen a monkey?
I have an ape.
Have you seen a sloth?
You've seen a cat.
I don't have the sloth.
That would be just hilarious. He turns into a sloth and slowly, over the course of a few hours, goes down the road.
The rest of you guys take a long rest.
Yeah, I think. Do I have advantage if I? Do we consider if the ape goes in, he has advantage?
I'll give the ape advantage.
Okay, well, Theodas will turn into an ape, turn into a gorilla to go over the rope.
So if you could make me roll me a d20 with a +5 at advantage.
1d20 plus 5. 22. 14, so 22.
We'll take the 22. You ape swing across the rope.
Drops on Philippe.
Ook.
Resist the urge to find some insects on Philippe.
Like an ape.
And turns back into Theodas.
Tammy says hi to Theodas.
I think
Hello.
is that a good number to go across, or do you think we should send
If
over
we're just
one more
reconnoitering, we don't need any more, really.
No,
Well,
it
we
seems like it's a bit crowded as it is. I
We got a
think
healer, we got
There's
someone.
someone to heal, there's someone to do damage, there's someone that, and even then, Romad can look through Tammy's eyes, so...
I can look through Tammy's eyes, yeah.
Seraphine,
Mhm.
as you step into the room,
Uh-oh.
Of course, as soon as I step. Why once I step into the room?
the vortex above just starts churning, and a bolt of lightning shoots out of it and slams into the floor next to you behind behind Torin, in front of Renala.
Okay, goodbye.
And there is a
No, she's out there. I was about to protect her as well.
She ran. She's behind Renala. She just give it to him. I don't care what the hell just appeared on the floor. If it was just fire, lightning.
rift.
Roman is going to call out for Seraphine, like, are you alright there, Seraphine?
A rift opens, and
Rift open. Shit.
in the space you can see a slightly transparent female.
Peeks back into the
A
room.
ghost girl.
I just imagine Seraphine peeking back like behind Riordan and Nora.
Like, okay, who is in front of me?
She turns around to you. She stands about 4.5 feet, just short of 4.5 feet tall.
Of course, she's fucking taller than me. I'm sorry, continue.
Long, straight brown hair, chestnut eyes, a mustard yellow dress and green headscarf that you recognize.
It's Seraphine from the future.
A lute strapped across her back.
What the fuck is this?
She turns to you, Seraphine.
Okay.
Hi, Mum.
What?
What?
Hey, what?
The entire reaction of the group. What the fuck?
Philip has actually a surprise Pikachu face.
That is
Everyone
I'm pretty
seen
sure that is
this?
literally what happened. Like,
Yeah.
What?
Everyone sees this.
Everybody
So-
sees this.
So
Roman
Seraphine's,
is start like,
Seraphine's mouth. Seraphine's mouth is just agape, and she's looking at the others, just like, I promise you, I have no children yet. Not that
The
I know
yet
of. No,
is-
I would know.
The yet is the important part.
Seraphine?
Uh,
What is this?
you can. Her eyes are getting teary.
Oh,
It's been a while.
You
It's-
say it's been a while, but I haven't seen you before. I'm sorry.
No, this
It's not
is
yet.
again. Yet is the important part.
You can tell she's a singer. Her voice is so deep.
It's something pretty bad happened. But don't worry.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. You told me that. Now you have to tell me what it is, because if you don't tell me, then
I'm pretty sure whatever it is, you probably don't want to know it.
I don't have the time to tell you everything yet, but don't worry, we are going to fix it. We're coming for you.
But who's? I'm sorry. Who's we?
I'll get to that. We're coming to help you with this. Hang tight. Stay on your current course. This is what you're doing now is vitally important too. This is going to be complex, but we nearly have the Spelljammer online. So how I'm able to send you this message.
The ship?
Yeah.
Wait. What?
Nisha and
So-
Exk think that we have almost all of the components we need.
Nisha and who?
Esk.
Oh.
Who the fuck are they?
Out of character, S sounds like a character from Maddie.
I don't know that Esk is, but he sounds gay.
Out of character, I know who these characters are quite a bit.
You should do, Sean.
These are
Yeah,
Amy's
that-
characters,
these
I
are
think.
Amy's
Slash
characters.
potentially.
One of them is Amy's character. The other one is a complicated affair between me and Amy.
Esk is actually Mork's child, if I remember well.
Esk is Morx's child, and Nisha is Malzere and Calderax's.
Malzere's adoptive daughter.
Wait, aren't they both guys, Malzira and Caldrax?
Adoptive daughter.
Oh,
Nisha
yeah, that
and
makes more sense.
I haven't.
Nisha and Esk think we have all of the components almost, and Theodas looks across at the elf. Not that one. Thinks that he can get this ship flying.
And then a doctor director appears next to Theodas and says, "Hello, Dad."
just turns to Theodos, like,
So that's just like, don't you involve me in this.
No, wait.
clearly too late.
Not that one.
Yeah?
What?
You want to tell us which one it is, Tanny?
Which one is it?
I think you know.
It's Kaelin's son.
Wait, what?
I know that Kaelin names
Kay-
a son after Theodos after meeting Theodos for 5 minutes.
Well, the thing is, so she kind of like really liked the name of it. So like after meeting Theodos, she's like, I really like that name. I want to name my kid after it. but the thing is, so Theodos has a twin sister named Rosen.
And that's how Romad broke the space-time continuum and destroyed the universe.
No, that's Kaelin.
Yeah.
The image shudders and starts to fade. We're coming to get your help.
But when? Wait, when are you coming?
Soon.
You're already pregnant!
Stay tuned for final boss fight.